Hello, beautiful, brave ones. So excited to be here again with another edition of Tap and Change. And the self-love theme continues. This is my February theme in my Brave Enough group. And just a couple of days ago, I was interviewed by self-love coach, Katie Allen. So that was very interesting to tell her my self-love journey. And it is a journey. I believe that the healing journey is a journey back to yourself. But today, before we start tapping, I really want to qualify this self-love thing. So when people say, oh, just love yourself and look in the mirror and acknowledge yourself and keep loving yourself and doing things for yourself, I want to acknowledge that it is not that easy for people who have experienced trauma. Now, this could be neglect or abuse in childhood, and it is particularly difficult to just start loving yourself without doing a great deal of work, because it is most probable that you have grown up with the silent messages that you weren't lovable, you weren't needed, you weren't wanted. So it takes a great deal of intervention to shake these beliefs. And I really want to acknowledge you today and ask you to just accept yourself where you are right now. This is radical self-compassion for where you are. And the healing journey can only start when you just put down your weapons, put down your all your great resistance and feelings of even more not good enough because you're not getting anywhere on this journey. I want you to just put it all down and surrender to radical self-acceptance. So how do we even step out on this journey? Well, it is just beginning where you are, developing compassion, just acknowledging yourself for how far you've come, that you are here, that you've been through difficult times, and that you still carry it in your mind and your body. And this is so often carried in the body. So Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, psychiatrist, Dutch psychiatrist, he's written a book, The Body Keeps the Score. Dr. Gabor Mate has written a book, When the Body Says No, and it is so often held in the body. So tapping is also a great somatic tool for releasing negative references from the body, from the mind, because we want to clean it all up. How you see it, how you hear it, how you smell, touch, taste, hold it. All the sensations in your body. You keep tapping until it changes. So keep tapping. The persistent ones win. So what else can I tell you? It is all about that little child. And I want you to just notice today where it came from in childhood. And you probably know where it came from. You know, when did you decide that you were unlovable? What messages were you getting? Or how are you interpreting situations to result in these feelings that you carry today, where you just are resistant to loving yourself on a deep, deep level? And Dr. Bessel van der Kolk actually urges people to go and join the theatre and take on different roles. When you take on a different role and you get out of this victim identity, you start to heal, because you start to get a glimpse of what it feels like to belong and to connect when you start connecting with others. So I'll always recommend to people to reach out to friends, reach out to somebody you really trust, and let them regulate you. Let them bring you back into balance. You know, it's a lifeline. The other thing Dr. Van der Kolk recommends is tango dancing. Really get into the deep reaches of your body and have fun. Dancing, music, yoga. And I say, just go have a walk. Go out for a walk. And as you're walking, take deep breaths and breathe into those reaches of your body that are resisting self-love, that are frozen in time. Be gentle with them. Walk it out, walk it out. Walk back to yourself. Okay, until we have a visceral sense of belonging. I belong to me, and my power comes from me, and the past is over, and it's all about now. Okay, so let's start tapping. So I want you to notice where you feel you have a deficit of self-love. So I want you to say, I completely love and accept myself. And how true is it? 0 to 10. Okay, and notice where you're at. And notice if it's, say for instance, it's a 5, that's 50, you're 50% there. So I want you to notice the gap between where you are and where you want to be. 100% I love and accept myself. And let me tell you a little qualification here. In order to go and do your good work in the world, you have to love yourself. You have to back yourself 100%. Otherwise, you might find you're feeling a little bit stuck, or you're a little bit reticent to take those steps into new, exciting areas. So come walk with me. Let's get onto this. Let's ramp up the self-love and acceptance. So notice that part of you. I completely love and accept myself. Notice where you are in deficit. That 3, that 4, that I know I don't, and let it go. Let it go. I'm safe to let it go. That part of me that's stuck in feelings of not good enough, not lovable, not wanted, I'll let it go. I'll let it all go now. Big breath in, blow it away, and say peace. And I want you to close your eyes now and think of someone who really loved you, who really saw you and heard you in your life. And you can close your eyes and go there right now and be with that person. And notice how good it feels to be acknowledged, to be loved, to be accepted. Notice how they smile at you, and notice how you smile inside. Feel it in your body, make it stronger. Take a deep breath in, blow it away, and say peace. Go back and check. I completely love and accept myself. How big is it? Has it gone up? What is the number? Notice what's still missing. Notice that gap, that deficit between where you are and where you need to be, where you want to be. And let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. I'm safe to let it go. Wherever it came from in the past, whatever I made those events mean, however I lost myself, I let it go. It's time to let it go. I'm ready because I've got great stuff to do in the world. I'm ready to walk back to me, to love me, to accept me. I give myself compassion. I send the little me compassion, so much love and compassion. I'm doing this for me. Big breath in, blow it away, and say peace. And when you take that beautiful breath and you blow it away, you are just calming down the nervous system, bringing yourself back into balance. So we're constantly collapsing the bad and letting the mind and the body know that we are here in the present, building up self-love. So close your eyes and go back to that person who backed you, that person who supported you once upon a time. Or maybe they're in your life right now. And just notice how they support you. Notice how they make you feel. Feel that love radiating from them to you. Make it as strong as you can till it radiates outside of your body, outside of your town, outside of your country. It's so big, you're in a big self-love bubble. Woo, it feels good. And take a deep breath in, blow it away, squeeze your wrist and say peace. So by now your body starts to know, hey, when I do this, I mean business. I'm letting stuff go that doesn't help me anymore, doesn't serve me. So go back and say, I love and accept myself completely. How true is it? Notice how it is ramping up. Okay, so maybe there's still a tiny bit in the way. I'm just guessing here. You might have to rewind and do this a few times, or you might be up to 100% by now. Go you. So let's carry on for those who've got that little bit of resistance. So notice what it is. You might even know what it is that stops you from really belonging to you. Notice that disruption, last bit, and let it go. Let it go. Notice your fingers tapping. Are they hot or cold? Mine are pretty hot. End of summer here in Queensland. And I let it go. All the decisions I made that I was unlovable. It's all coming from inside of me now. The past is over and I'm letting it go. I'm all big and grown up. And I've got dreams and I've got stuff to do and I'm holding myself back. But no, I'm letting it go. I decide to let it go. I choose to let it go. I give myself permission to let it go from my mind and from my body. Thank you, mind. Thank you, body. You've brought me a long way. And now I want to belong to you. I bring myself back to me. 100% me. Love and acceptance. Radical compassion for me. It's safe to love me. It's safe to be me. It's safe to give me new meaning. I'm so grateful. And I'm here and I'm doing it. And a big breath in, blow it away, and say peace. How are you feeling? I'm really hoping that that self-love has just gone right up to a new level. So I'd love you to let me know in the comments if this has helped you, or share, tag a friend and share it if you think it can help someone else. It's all about spreading the love. You know, if you want to feel loved, then spread some love. That's how it works. So thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute privilege tapping for self-love with you today. Have a great day. See you next time. Oh, and I wanted to end off with a beautiful quote from Henry David Thoreau. It is not until we have lost ourselves that we find ourselves. Keep finding yourself.